Hey guys, sorry I couldn't be with you today. Unfortunately, I had to be out of town. And so now that you've learned a little bit from Mrs. Dorito, we're going to talk about today's lesson, which is focused on the art of communication. So we're going to go through a couple of steps here. After each step, I'm going to ask you to pause the video so you can accomplish that step, and then have the sub start the video up again afterwards to go on to the next step. One of the hardest parts about communication is knowing the right way to communicate with somebody to get the goal that you have accomplished. So today's activity is called careful communication, and when I get done talking, each of you is going to get one of these sheets of paper. It's going to have a symbol on one side, and on the other side it has a series of lines where you can put steps, instructions if you will. Now there are instructions on the page about what to do, but let's be honest, most of you aren't going to read those instructions. So listen carefully. Okay, this is step one. Step one is you need to look at this symbol right here, and in the space underneath the instructions over here, I want you to write out step-by-step directions that would tell somebody else how to draw your symbol. Be as specific as you can about the size, the location of the different lines and shapes that are in your symbol, okay? You can only use numbers and letters and keyboard symbols in your directions. So you can't just draw a picture of the symbol here. No pictures allowed in your directions, only words, letters, numbers, and symbols that are on the keyboard. So for example, you could put a number sign, you could put an asterisk, you could put that and sign, but you cannot put a drawing of this thing over here. Now, if part of your symbol looks like a letter of the alphabet, then just say, draw a Q, and maybe tell them how big to make it, okay? So you're writing instructions. Try to write a minimum of 3 steps. If you run out of steps and you need more, feel free to use the back of this piece of paper, okay? But keep your instructions to the left of the dotted line, all right? We're gonna give you about 5 minutes to write instructions, directions, for how to draw your symbol, okay? So again, you're gonna get a piece of paper and then you're gonna write out the instructions. You're gonna have 5 minutes to do this. Pause the video now. All right, guys, now that you've written directions, it's time for step 2. Step 2 is really simple. All you need to do is grab a pair of scissors from the middle of the table, cut along this dotted line so that you have a symbol and a set of instructions, okay? After you cut, on your table, you're gonna make a stack of symbols and a stack of instructions. Okay, that's step 2. Go ahead and do that and then pause the video. All right, guys, it's time for step 3. So now on your table, there's a stack of these and a stack of these. The sub is going to collect both, and she's going to shuffle all of these together into one big stack for the whole class. After she does that, and she shuffles them all around, she's going to give each of you one of these sets of directions. Now, it's important that the directions that you get are not yours, right? Because you already know what that symbol is supposed to look like. When you get a set of instructions from the sub, immediately open your notebook, and on the next blank page in your notebook, I want you to follow these directions and try to draw the symbol the way it originally looked, okay? You'll get about 5 minutes to do that. Once you get your instructions, follow them in your notebook, try to draw the symbol, okay? Pause the video until you're done drawing your picture. All right, guys, it's time for step 4. See the sub to get back your symbol and find the person who had your instructions. Compare your symbol to what they drew in their notebook. You're going to be walking around the room trying to find the person who drew your symbol and give them your symbol so that they know what they were supposed to draw. And then I want you to think about how challenging this assignment was and what you could do differently next time you have to write instructions. What would you do differently to help the person who's reading your instructions to do a better job drawing this symbol? Okay? Both of these sheets of paper need to go in the recycling bin, and any remaining time can be used reading silently at your desk. No devices for the rest of the period. Any questions? Yeah, you know I can't answer them anyway. All right, thanks guys, I'll see you on Monday.